Welcome to another mini-series of The Opinion Piece. My name's Andy Stevens. I'm going to be your host for the next 4 episodes. Now, a big part of why we set up the Build Network UK was to inspire the next generation into construction. We need more people coming in urgently. However, sometimes you meet someone at a very young age who is unbelievably inspiring, and I believe we need to promote them to the industry. So while we were at London Build as their media partner, we had a lot of people come up to the stand with a lot of filming. And I met this brilliant young lady, Faith Akinwande from BNP Paribas Real Estate. Now, Faith is an apprentice building surveyor in your first year. The reason I wanted to get her in, the question she asked me at my stand with everyone else blew me away. My view, this girl's going to go really far. So I think we should ask her a few questions because people like this we need to listen to shape the industry. Faith, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
First episode, we're just going to do a quick intro. So, obviously, we met at London Build. Construction. Did you get into it because of your parents, or was it something you're always going to go for?
Yeah, it was because of my parents. They were always in the real estate area. They're all about building generational wealth, and there is money to be made in that in terms of residential. So I've always known real estate will be part of my future, but I just didn't know how much, because usually the route was to go to mechanical engineering. That made the most money, that made the most sense. I did physics, I did maths. I love maths, love with a passion. And then I just fell out of love with the idea of engineering, and I don't really understand what engineers did. Like to this point, I still fully can't tell you. But my mum, she looked into surveying for me. Initially, it was going to be quantity surveying, which made sense. I love maths. But I needed something a bit more broad. I felt like it was too niche. So the company I'm at now, they offered me building surveying, and I looked into it. It seemed like something that would interest me. So I went for it. So yeah, that's how.
So let's get this right. You're in your first year.
Yeah.
When you say you switched originally from engineering to this, is it what you thought it would be? Is it better? Is it worse?
I think it's better because in engineering, I knew there's a lot of design, a lot of really thinking, deeply using your physics skills. It's just not for me. So I know what's for me and what's not for me. I know engineering, maybe it looks like people it made the most money in quotation marks. But if I wasn't going to enjoy it, I'm not going to do it, essentially.
But as you know, with construction, in 5-10 years, you could fall into it again if you wanted to. It's a great thing with construction. You get so many opportunities to look at different roles in different areas.
Yeah.
How are you finding the industry so far? Because it's a big industry, as you know, 3.2 million of us in construction, home improvements, big industry, youngster coming in, starting their career. How are you finding it?
I'm finding it fun. It's really, I see a lot of things every day, so nothing is ever the same. Someone asks me, what do you do day to day? I tell them, it differs. It's so broad. Like, we'd be at meetings with contractors talking about what's going on, and then we sometimes meeting with clients and then working on documentations. I'm enjoying it because they're giving me things I want them to give me. So it's good, it's fun, no complaints. No.
And how, just to explain so viewers understand, how does your apprenticeship work? Are you predominantly office-based, or do you go to college as well? Because there's different apprenticeships. It'd be good to explain your simple, day to day.
Yeah, mine is a level 6 apprenticeship. So it's called a degree apprenticeship. You get a degree at the end of your course. My course is 4 years. And after 4 years, I'll start my chartership journey, which will be in year 5, where I'll sit my exam to get chartered. But then at the moment, I go to work 4 days a week at university, only 1 day a week. And my uni is online. So all the learning we need online, all the teachers you need online, they're just a message away from you. So I think it's quite nice. Initially, I was a bit bummed that I can't go in to meet people.
I was going to say, because that's how it always used to be done, I guess, pre-COVID.
Yeah, I can't go in to meet people. But then when I see the workload from work and actual workload from work and school workload, I'm like, maybe I prefer it to be at home. Maybe, yeah.
Was it an attraction doing 4 days working with 1 day studying? Because a lot of apprenticeships, depending what area of the industry you come into, you can be a lot classroom-based stuff, which, my view, isn't great.
Yeah, because the 4 days allows you to actually, like, what you've learned at uni, the theory, and then you can put it out to the practical. For example, at uni right now, we're working on the Reba framework, and I know one of the projects we're doing, the Reba framework is involved. So now in the assignment I'm doing, I'm able to ask my manager, a few questions that'll help me with the assignment. I'll ask, what key stakeholders did you need at this point? When are you going to assign this so person? So when you see the theory that's happening in the university and you apply it to the practical you're doing, it makes everything come together a whole lot easier.
It sounds so much better than other apprenticeships. Not saying that trade apprenticeships are wrong, but my view is, as a plasterer, you can learn in the classroom is beyond me. Just your day-to-day activity, you spend, by the sound of it, you're out and about quite a bit, which is brilliant, because you're seeing stuff growing, developing, being built. Is that more than you thought, or do you think you initially would be in the office a bit more?
No, actually, no. What I thought is what's happening right now, because I'd been with BNP since I was 16, so I'd come in as an intern for work experience. So I've seen some things they do. I know they go out a lot, and that's what attracted me to the company, because I don't like sitting in the office all day. It's not for me. I like to go out on site. I like to socialize with people in construction as well. Ask the site people how they're doing, how's the construction work going along. I think it's always important, the project you're working on, to interact with the people that are working for you, because you're essentially working together for the project. So I love the fact I go out all the time. Love it.
My view is face-to-face is 100 times better than over a screen or texting or emailing. I think that not just the industry, but the world that we're in now, people hide behind computers.
Yeah.
Do you feel when you go out onto a project, you can get a lot more done more efficiently when you're speaking to people face-to-face rather than typing an email or a message?
Yeah, because there's pros and cons to it, I guess. If you don't need to discuss much, it's easier to put it all in an email. But if there's a lot of technical bits that it's causing some misunderstandings, I think it's more important to go out and to ash it out there. But if it's just little bits that can be done in email, it saves a bit of time as well. So you can do that as well. Yeah.
Just to finish the first episode, so just to explain, sorry, I should have said this at the beginning. The second one, we're going to look at industry image of apprenticeships. Obviously, Faith is an expert because she's doing her apprenticeship, then mental health, and then the future construction. Just to finish this one with, how easy are you finding your work? Because construction's so varied.
Yeah.
You see from office-based to going on to small sites, big sites, all the subcontractors to deal with. Is it as easy as you thought, or do you sometimes go and go, there's a lot to learn there? Because you're a clever cookie.
I think there is a lot to learn, but the way BNP is doing it for me, they're not giving it to me all at once to digest. So they're just doing it very slowly, because this is just my second month. I think right now we're just working on me, because when you go in meetings, you have to write minutes, notes from the meeting, and then we also have a key action tracker where we keep track of all the documentations we need, all the little bits and bobs that are missing. I think that's what they gave me to do now. But when I see other people, like other big project managers or builder surveyors, they do what it is big is broad, it's broad. But I'm not at that point where, and I appreciate that they're just easing me into it, because if they just give it to me, boom, do all of this, I'd feel completely overwhelmed, with uni as well. So they're just easing me in. I don't have a lot to do right now, but maybe in another year, we'll have a lot more to do. But just right now, it's really cool, and I love it.
Have you thought about documenting your apprenticeship? Because, as I say, we obviously met at London Build. The questions you asked us were unbelievable, and we need more youngsters in. What you're doing and how you're doing it could inspire. I know it sounds a bit weird because you're so young, but it could inspire others to come in. Is it something you've thought about, or does your generation just want to go to work, get it done?
If you go on TikTok, there's a lot of day in the life of an apprentice. Like the people, our generation, they're all on TikTok, Instagram. There's a lot of that. But I think for me personally, I did have this thing where I'm more of a shy, timid person. So me doing this right now is it's very different for me, but I'm enjoying it. So in terms of me documenting my journey, it's something I could essentially start doing. I just start posting my first LinkedIn video post literally yesterday. That's how I think me going to that London build, it's really brought me a bit more out of my shell. So in terms of documenting my journey, something I will start doing, because I found a whole new me, and now it's I want to embrace it a bit more. Yeah.
Well, it's great to have you in.
Thank you.
Brings the first episode to an end. And next week, we're going to look at industry, image, and apprenticeships. Very keen to hear what Faith's got to say about what she feels from her eyes, the image we have or she has of construction, and also apprenticeships, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent.